So, Mr. Ramanan is here. Welcome, sir. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here with us. Very, very delighted to see you.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
my pleasure, sir. So, dear everyone, Chief Guest, Sir Mr. Ramanan, the Niti Aayog team, all the educators from multiple schools, 25 to be precise, parents, and some young geniuses, all of our beloved children. I welcome you all to the Leaders Felicitation Ceremony, which is organized to felicitate the leaders of the Atal Tinkering Labs Inter School Challenge on Innovation and Empathy. This event saw participation from 25 schools in Delhi NCR region, where students of Standard 4 and Standard 5 had participated. A total of around 650 students across these schools had registered for this event and participated in it. To felicitate the winners of this event, we have amongst us the chief guest of today's function, Mr. Ramanan Ramanathan, the mission director of Atal Innovation Mission in Niti Aayog. Mr. Ramanan is one of the pioneers leading innovation agenda in India. As some of you might know, he is a board of director on multiple forums of repute like Indo-US Science and Technology Forum, Defense Innovation Organization. He is an alumnus of some very prestigious institutes like IIT Bombay, University of Cambridge, and Harvard Business School. I am very thankful to Mr. Ramanan for guiding the organizing team of ATL Inter School Challenge on Innovation and Empathy to offer this great learning opportunity to all the students. Before requesting Mr. Ramanan to share his views with all the leaders, their parents and educators, I would request my colleague Amritanshu to play a short video which captures the views and voices of the participating kids and their parents. Over to you, Amritanshu, if you could just play that video.
In the KidX ATL, they really took their time out to find out different kinds of activities which were quite of an interest for her. I would say in 2 words, it was a mind opener for Brishti. She found out so many things in which she was interested in.
Atal DIY Inter School Challenge was unique and included very interesting activities. We both really enjoyed a lot and learned a lot from these activities.
He thanks KidX for the beautiful and fun learning activities that he has given to the kids for his overall development. Kids are also very happy in doing the activities. In this time of Corona, where everybody is having panic, kids are having lots and lots of involvement in the activities. I have been looking for a practical experimental way of learning for my kids, and it's very helpful in them.
This challenge was a complete package from entertainment, that is singing, dancing, comedy, to real life situations like business idea, gratitude. No other course offers such a variety.
I personally feel that this event has developed the habit of self-learning and introduced healthy competition among kids.
The event was well planned and executed, and such a diverse set of tasks would definitely going to help my child development.
KidX team gave me a platform to recognize my skills, which I was not aware of.
There was hesitancy initially, as you can see in my initial videos, but after that there was desire to improve and excel in my weak areas. I discovered that improving my facial expressions and voice modulation could make such a big change.
Because of this challenge, I learned many new things, like new languages like Japanese, Chinese, Greek. Do you know, when I was not in this competition, I was a very shy child. I cannot do any competition. But because of this, my confidence become bigger and bigger. So now I can do any challenge because of Atal Tinkering Labs.
My personal favorites were business idea, estimation sum, and thank you activity.
And my favorite activity was Vedic maths because it helped me in solving many mathematical problems and it was very easy and fun to learn.
My favorite activity was the comedy activity because it was really funny. Also, the multi-language activity involved 5 Indian languages and 5 global languages, and the global languages include Japanese, which is super hard.
Yeah, I liked it. Well, I enjoyed some of the activities very much, like happy song, traditional dance, language speaking. The happy song, it was too good to sing. It was so fun during dance rehearsals. The language activity made me aware of many languages. Yes, I enjoyed a lot too, especially in karaoke, multilingual, and sign language activities.
I want to thank Niti Aayog and KidX for such a wonderful and unique learning experience. Such challenges should be held more frequently. Thank you.
Big thanks to Team KidX for giving us this chance. Thank you.
I thank you, Atal Tinkering Labs, in association of KidX, to organize this unique challenge.
I'm thankful to the KidX for introducing such a great platform in this pandemic era. Thank you, KidX.
Thank you, KidX.
We thank KidX for the overall development of our team. Thanks.
Thank you, KidX team, for organizing such a successful event during this corona pandemic. I am very thankful for your support and guidance during every stage of the event. And thank you all for contributing to overall growth of my child. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Atal.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for speaking your heart out and continuing to shower your love and support. I think we are most thankful to each and every child who have actually created magical time to learn additional activities during tough times. Without delaying any further, I would want to now request Mr. Ramanan to share his views with all the leaders, their parents, and educators who have displayed such great enthusiasm towards the event. If Mr. Ramanan, you could share your words of wisdom and guidance to all the kids, their parents, and anything, given that you are such a strong preacher of the innovation topic, any words of guidance to the kids would be very, very helpful for everyone, sir. Sir, please, over to you.
Thank you, Kapish, and good morning to everybody who has logged on to the call. Young student innovators, it was really fascinating to hear about your experience, your learnings through this KidX event that has been organized so well by the organizers. I do hope also that all of you, including the parents, the teachers, the principals, the organizational authorities, and everybody else who has logged on to the call are hale and healthy in spite of these difficult COVID-19 circumstances, and that all of you are following the safeguards which have been advocated by your health authorities, by your local institutions, or by the local government. It is indeed always a pleasure and a privilege for me to be able to witness such events, because it reinforces the confidence that I have always maintained over the last several years, that the future belongs to India and to Indians. Because we have this demographic dividend, which is a fantastic thing. Now, you young students should know that the demographic dividend means that we are a very young country. We are a country with more than 65% of our country under 35 years old. And more importantly, we have more than 70% or 75% of that 65% as young students in schools, because we have 1.4 million schools and we have 10,500 engineering institutions and 39,000 colleges. And you, my dear young students, who have so beautifully and amazingly shown what you are capable of through some of these videos that I saw just now, you are going to be the future architects of our country. You're going to be you're the dreamers who are dreaming of a new world. And we indeed want a new world to inhabit. The COVID-19 crisis that has really created so many problems for everybody, not only for you as children who have been unable to go to schools, but also for people whose lives and livelihoods depend upon going to work. It has created grievous loss of lives and livelihood. It has created disruptions in the country through national lockdowns. It has also created a fear of uncertainty about what the future holds for us because of this pandemic and other challenges that we have lurking in the horizon. But then all of these challenges have also awoken in everybody, not only in India, but across the world, the power of innovation and the ability of young children like you being able to create solutions for problems that you see in and around your communities. That is the wonderful thing. And I was very pleased to hear about this holistic approach that you have had towards the ATL Innovation Challenge. Of course, this challenge has been directed to 4th and 5th grade students. And that is amazing by itself, because at such a young age, you are not only able to understand what are the challenges that we face in our world, but you are actually becoming agents of change through your ideas, through your imagination, through your learnings, through the fun that you are having in a holistic manner. Now, when I say holistic manner, the personality of every person gets shaped not by exclusively focusing only on one thing, that is studies or getting good marks, but it also depends upon how you develop your personality through the pursuit of arts, crafts, through the pursuit of music, songs, dance, because all of these are an integral part of life. Life is all about celebration. We are all indeed very, very lucky, very fortunate to have come into this world. And you, my dear students, have this bright future ahead of you. And in that future, unless you approach it in this holistic manner, where you not only give importance to your studies, but also to the various arts, music, song, dance that fill our lives with so much joy and with so much of new learnings and with so much of amazement, because in this pursuit, you understand all the things that need to be understood. You learn that you have many things to learn. You also learn to learn about these things. How do you explore, for example, the digital technologies? How do you explore and use and leverage the various tools that are being made available to you through the tinkering labs across the country? Because technology is becoming inextricably integrated into everything that you are doing. All the solutions in the world that you are seeing has an element of technology, either in the creation of that solution or in the spreading of the solution or the dissemination of the solution or in the further investigation and exploration of how that solution can improve. And whenever you look at how to improve the life around you, through the various problems that you see and saying, can I become a change maker? Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change that you want to see. So you, my dear student, you have to think, how can I be a change maker? How can I become an agent of change? How can I create the solution that the world needs? because you have it in you, the inherent talent, the inherent capability, the inherent intelligence, and the inherent curiosity to be able to create that solution which you are looking for outside. And that is why these challenges and these events, like how KidX has been organized, become so very important. Because not only does it bring that element of differentiation between what you learn in a school and what you learn through an organization of an event of this kind, but you also learn what others are doing. And in that process, you are able to learn more. This is a great platform for you to be able to share knowledge with each other. Not only are your parents getting engaged, and I am very happy that the parents have got engaged in this entire process, because very often parents don't realize that they should be encouraging the children in the areas that is natural and of great interest to them. We often force our children to do those things that we have not done. If we have not become a doctor, we want our children to become a doctor. But this is about their life. This is about their interests. This is about their passion. And when you discover their passion, their aptitude, their interests, you will immediately find that there is reason to encourage them and for them to flower to their full potential. Maybe your child is very good in singing. So how are you going to encourage that? Many people cannot sing, but your child may be a great singer or has the potential to become a great singer. Some of you may be very good in music. So how do you encourage that? Some of them may be very good in sports. So how do you encourage that? And in all of this, innovation becomes an important part of the self-improvement that you have to have. Innovation is what? Innovation is about continuous improvement. You see something and you say, this is where the status is. How do I change the status to a better status? Right? So you are trying to improve the situation. You are seeing, for example, the electricity in your house is going off now and then. So you say, how can I solve this problem? How do I ensure that this electricity does not go off? Then you look at the causes of why the electricity goes off. And you say, oh, there is only one source of electrical supply. Can we have an alternative supply which will kick in when that primary supply goes away? Then your imagination starts working. Then you say, oh, why can't I tap solar energy in order to fill that gap when the electricity goes off in my house? And then you say, you know, electricity creates a lot of consumption of resources. Can I use natural resources to be able to fill that gap so that we live in a sustainable world? And then you learn about what is a sustainable development goal. A sustainable development goal is something where you want to create a solution that is sustainable and that will have a positive impact on our environment. Our environment should not get polluted. If you are creating an innovation, you have to take care that that innovation does not increase the harm to the environment, does not deforest the world, because you'll have lack of good air to breathe, and so on and so forth. So my dear students, this is a very exciting journey that all of you have launched upon. And I want to congratulate the parents and the teachers and the mentors who are spurring these young students on their innovation journey. It is your support that is required in order for your child to become the potential Steve Jobs, the potential Bill Gates, the potential Abdul Kalam, the potential leaders that the world needs. You have started on that journey, and that's why you are being recognized as potential leaders. But the journey is a continuous one in which you have to accumulate knowledge about what is happening in the world, what are the technologies, the tools, and the opportunities that are available for you to create an impact, a positive impact on the world. If you are a great musician, you should know also how, or you have the potential to become a great musician, you should know the best practices of some of the musicians in the world and how they have come up. And therefore you use the internet more effectively. to be able to not only understand this, but to be able to share your music. Today, for example, the YouTube has become a great medium for young talent to showcase their talent and to be immediately noticed, because a great talent goes viral. And when it goes viral, millions of people notice, which otherwise 10 years ago, this would not have been possible. So you young children are living in a very exciting world, a world which is rapidly changing in its ability to reach out to the remotest parts and connect each other through technology. We are having new technologies that are becoming affordable, they are becoming accessible, and they are becoming available to you right in your house. You are able to now acquire so many. You have, most of you, my young students, already have probably access to some mobile phone, either through your parents or through your friends, and you are able to communicate with each other. We didn't have a phone 10 years, 15 years back. Very few people, even at my age, had access to smartphones and mobile phones. And today, that smartphone that you are carrying in your hand has more power than the largest computers that existed 25 years ago. So you are very fortunate to live at a time when there is so much opportunity for you to learn, for you to apply that learning towards your imagination and create innovations, or to improve yourself and make an impact on the world. After all, my dear students, you want to make an impact on the world. All of us are born in this world. We have an opportunity to create an impact. Each one has to find their own way of creating an impact, not just on yourself. That is also important. You should enjoy what you're doing. But at the same time, through your contribution for the world, you are making the world a better place for all of us to live in. And that is why we are setting up thousands of tinkering labs across the country, so that you get a chance to be able to use these labs to improve your imagination, your creativity, create innovations that is going to help you and is going to help the world. And I'm very confident that every one of you young student is going to make an impact. Every one of you is a young leader in the making. Every one of you is a change maker of the world that we all want to see. I want to thank Kapish as well as KidX for giving me this opportunity to be able to share a few thoughts, but more importantly, to be able to see the young students with their bright eyes, their curious minds, and their energy and enthusiasm participating in this wholeheartedly, and the pride that is being reflected in the eyes of the parents as they share what their kids have been doing, as well as the potential that they see in them. And I want to thank all the teachers and the participants and the mentors. It is not important that you win a competition. It is important that you participate in the competition of innovation, because that is what it's all about. It is not about winning anything. It is the pursuit of that objective and that goal. And let me tell you, anyone who follows that and pursues it will become a winner in life. Dream big, said Abdul Kalam, and you will achieve great things. And that is what, my dear students, you should do. Dream big. And like Abdul Kalam, who came from a humble town of Rameshwaram, a small town where there are hardly any schools, there is hardly any colleges, there is hardly any churches or mosques. There are few of them, but there are many temples. That is what Rameshwaram is known about. But there are thousands of fishing boats. From such a town where there are thousands of fishing boats came a man who became the greatest scientist India has ever seen. And he became one of the finest human beings to make an impact on everybody and rose on to become the president of the country. Now you, my dear students, have much more opportunity, much more exposure to technology, to great schools, to events like this, to be able to rise to your full potential. So I'm sure 1,000 Abdul Kalams will bloom. I was very happy with one of the students saying that his interest in Vedic mathematics has been encouraged because of this event. Now that, my dear young student, you know that yesterday was Ramanujan's day, his birthday. One of the greatest mathematical geniuses that this country has seen, the world has seen. He's the man who knew infinity. He accepted no bounds to his imagination, and he accepted no limits to what he can do. That is why he rose on to become the man known for being associated with infinity. You, my dear students, have that opportunity to make that impact. All of these people came from humble places, from Kumbakonam, from Rameshwaram, from small villages, from small towns, from small cities. And when you have had the opportunity to learn in a big city like Delhi, I think the world is your stage. All the very best to you, young students. My heartiest congratulations to everyone who have participated in this competition. And I'm sure you all will become very, very successful in your life. And I'm going to hear more about it in the years to come. And I'm sure some of you will become Nobel Prize winners. Some of you will become Olympiad winners. Some of you will become great innovators. You will create great jobs and you will create an impact. Some of you will become great musicians. Some of you will become great singers. And some of you will become great sportsmen. All of this is important for the world that we live in. All the very best. And thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to share a few thoughts on this occasion.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for those words of wisdom, encouragement, and guidance for each of us, and specifically each of the young geniuses that we are here to felicitate today. I am personally very enthralled to hear the two role models which you have highlighted to each one of us, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam and Ramanujan, two great sons of India who have taught at least a zillion things to each one of us in terms of how do you set goals for yourself, live a meaningful life, live a happy life, which is enjoyable rather than only chase, artistic, materialistic goals, which will set you on a path, but perhaps the key component of life of having created an impact, as sir called out, that all of us are here to have an impact on ourselves and also on the world. So those thoughts, those inspirations are really, really appreciated. Thanks for that guidance. I'm sure everyone is benefiting immensely from that. Now I would like to request Madam Veena Goyal, the principal of APJ Public School, to kindly share her thoughts with the students, as she is, her school has been one of the very active participants in the event, and many of the students from the school have also featured in the leaders in this event. So it would be great to hear Madam Veena Goyal's views on what she has to share with the larger group. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Kapish. Our children are our future, little change makers. Rightly said, sir. A very good afternoon to Mr. Ramanan Ramanathan, Mission Director, Atal, Niti Aayog for Atal Tinkering Lab. Dear parents and students, it gives me immense pleasure to be part of this felicitation ceremony today. We at APJ School Pitampura are indeed glad to have been a part of this pilot event organized by KidX in collaboration with Atal for students of class 4 and 5. This unique do-it-yourself challenge for our students organized by KidX in association with Atal was a novel idea to innovate and create. It was exciting for our young students who worked hard with zeal and excitement for nearly 2 months. Different challenges across different themes, which honed their creativity, imagination, helped develop social, emotional skills and cognitive skills. I am sure that the journey surely was exciting and enriching. I was also informed that it was a complete package deal. That is, it had entertainment, to comedy, dancing, and acting on real-life situations. These challenges required least amount of screen exposure, I believe. It also helped a very holistic development of our students. The events were meticulously planned and well executed by Team KidX. The weekly results sharing boosted the morale of the students and kept them all pepped up. It was great to see our students climbing the leaderboard week after week. Students developed self-confidence, passion, and commitment towards the assigned task with core values. KidX Challenge was indeed a novel way of joyful learning, which is what education should be all about. I'm sure that our young student leaders will exhibit strong commitment and play a proactive role in their day-to-day life as well. At the end, I would wish to say, you are smarter than you know, braver than you imagine, and more determined than you realize. Every day, try to do a little bit better than you did yesterday. Your biggest challenge will be to stay focused and stay diligent about your learning. The assignments, like the ones you've done, will help you keep moving forward. Abraham Lincoln has rightly said, whatever you do, be a good one. Thank you once again, Team KidX. We are very fortunate that APJ students got this platform to be with you and to learn so much from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Thanks for those kind words and words of appreciation for every involved student, the teachers, the parents. I will now move towards what all of us have been waiting for. Before that, I just like to cover one particular important aspect, that this particular event, the Atal Tinkering Lab Inter School Challenge on Innovation and Empathy, this was handpicked by the Niti Aayog team to run as a competition across 25 schools in Delhi, just to test whether this is something that we can make available to maximum number of kids in the country. And because of the kind of response we got, because of the kind of active participation we got, the words of encouragement we got, Niti Aayog Atal Innovation Mission decided to sponsor the participation for students across 6,000 schools pan-India in a similar event, National All-Rounder Kids, scheduled during December to February. So from 6,000 schools, which are on Atal Innovation Mission's partner network, where they have invested in Atal Tinkering Labs to set up the country for a better and innovative future. All the students across these 6,000 schools, not just standard 4 and 5, from nursery all the way up till standard 12, Atal has made the registration in this championship free for every interested student. And we are very, very thankful to the team at Niti Aayog Atal Innovation Mission, specifically Mr. Ramanan, who have been appreciative of this change agenda and empowering each and every child on the path of self-learning and continuous improvement. Many things will come and go. Every decade we will hear a new story. We will sometimes say coding is the best thing. Sometimes we will say sports is the best thing. Sometimes we will say that academics is the best thing. But fundamentally, what each and every child needs to learn is the ability to self-learn and continuously improve. If we have gifted those two powerful weapons to our children, our future is secure and protected, and we will just surprise ourselves that the future that we believe belongs to India is only going to happen sooner. So this is a milestone decision to that effect by making this kind of an event available to lakhs of kids across 6,000 schools. And this could not have been possible without the support and guidance of Mr. Ramanan. So massively thankful to him. And we continue to register thousands of students every day in this event. So even if some schools are getting to know about it later than sooner, you can always reach out to us. So I just wanted to cover that. Now what I'll do is I'll hand it over to my friend and colleague Amritanshu, who will run us through what all of us have been very eagerly waiting for, to hear the name of the leaders who have done brilliantly in this championship. So he will run us through each of the leaders, and I would request everyone to felicitate each and every leader as we present their name. Each child has done magical work in the last 2 months, and the difference between each of the children is just marginal. So let's celebrate all the 10 leaders whom we would be recognizing in this event now. Over to you, Amritanshu.
Again, before we move on to announcing the winners, I just want to mention this very specifically, that the team at Atal Tinkering Labs, Mr. Ronak Jogeshwar and Ms. Naba Surur, they had been championing this effort. They had been the people who had been behind pushing this agenda and ensuring that all of the schools who are empaneled with Atal Tinkering Labs, they benefit, and they benefit up to a max from this event. So thanks a lot, Ronak, and thanks a lot, Naba, for driving this. Atal Tinkering Labs Do-It-Yourself Challenge. This was held over a period of 60 days, 60. It was a very competitive event. The students who had participated, they got chance to, first of all, submit their entries for the challenge. They were given chances to improve on their performance as well. So they could resubmit again and improve on their own performance, thereby enabling the continuous development that we had put as an objective for this event. So over the 60 days, these students, they tried first, they tried their level best, and then they had beaten their levels again by coming back within these 60 days with a new performance where they got better ratings, they got better rankings. The competition was fierce. We had a lot of instances where the leaderboard changed, and we had been circulating the leaderboard with the participants. And it was very overwhelming for us to see that a child, to see the child's journey over the past 60 days. They had, and we could see it, that they had improved a lot over their own appearance, their demeanor, the way they carry themselves. All of it, the personality had improved. They had become more empathetic. They could see, they were more aware. Socio-emotionally, they could get better. They were more aware of the environment. They were more aware of their own presence. They were self-aware of what expressions were they giving, as was highlighted by one of the participants. I'm reiterating the words from Mr. Ramanan, that winning is not important. If you participate with the pursuit of continuous development, if you make that step every day, if you take that step every day where you're bettering yourself from the version that you were there yesterday, that is what we should target. And that is what we have tried to enable during this challenge. In the class 4 category, the 5th position was won by Master Rachit Singh of Pragati Public School, Dwarka, Delhi. We should have a round of applause for them. Then moving on to position 4th. The position 4th for class 4 goes to Master Ekansh Panwar of Greenway Modern School, Delhi. He got the 4th position. He started a bit late, but he picked up the pace really well, and he did really good job across multiple activities, securing the master rating. Then over to position 3, which goes to Master Subra Gautam of Pragati Public School, Dwarka, Delhi. It had been an absolute pleasure for us to look at the entries from Master Subra Gautam. He had also credited increase in confidence to Atal Tinkering Labs sponsored ATL DIY Inter School Challenge. We always love to hear such words, Master Subra Gautam. Over to the position number 2. The position number 2 and position number 1 were fiercely contested. The second position goes to Miss Adhya Jain from Bal Bharati Public School, Delhi. Over to the first one, and this is something that the child had been expecting as well. The first position goes to Miss Bristi Bera of class 4 from Chinmaya Vidyalaya. Congratulations to all the top 5. And then moving on to class 5 category, again moving from bottom, the 5th position in the class 5 category goes to Master Divyan Strehal of Bal Bharati Public School, Rohini, Delhi. And now we will see why my colleague Kapish had said that contestants from PJ School, Pitampura had featured a lot. So the fourth position in class 5 category goes to Master Arnav Raj Bansal, Master Arnav Raj Bansal from PJ School, Pitampura. The third position also goes to PJ School. Master Garv Gulia from PJ School, Pitampura has secured 3rd position. Congratulations. The 2nd position also goes to PJ School, Pitampura. We have Master Adesh Singh of class 5 from PJ School, Pitampura, who has secured the second rank. And the margin of points between the second and the first one was hardly less than 1% of the total marks. So, and with that kind of competition, the first position was secured by Master Subham Sehgal of Bal Bharati Public School, Rohini, Delhi. Congratulations to all the winners. For us, all of the guys, all of the participants who had participated in this challenge, they are the winners. They are the people that helped themselves and that helped traverse and start the journey of continuous development with KidX.
So a big round of applause for each and every leader. I think the difference between the 10 of you is marginal. In fact, the difference between the 10 of you and the other 640 kids who also participated is marginal. I think it is all about realizing that I have to get started on this journey. Whether you hit the goal 1 month later or 60 days later, that is inconsequential in the world that we live in, which is abundant of opportunities for every talented person. So many congratulations all. I would also want to announce that as a small token of appreciation from KidX side, we are offering 3 of our courses to each of the 10 students for free. These courses are going to be Vedic mathematics, something which will genuinely help child explore, something which is very important for their academic pursuits as well as to open up their mind. Secondly, chess, which we believe is a unique game that opens up both sides of any person's brain, right side and left side. So we at KidX genuinely believe that introducing kids to chess is an extracurricular approach towards unlocking the infinite or the potential of a child's brain. And thirdly, we are offering our karate course. Given that self-defense is a basic life skill which everyone should be adopting. So these 3 courses, each 1 month long, to get the kids started on this journey, we would be offering to each of the 10 kids for free over January to April, ignoring the 1 month when they will be having exams. But that is a small token of appreciation from our side. We want to first of all thank Mr. Ramanan. Without your leadership and guidance, we would not have been able to bring this event to so many schools and children. We are eternally thankful to you. My next set of thanks are for the entire Atal Tinkering Lab team, especially Ronak and Naba. You guys have always led from the front, helped us design this event in a manner that it could be run so efficiently for each and every school out of the 6,000 schools, lakhs of kids. Without your partnership, I think the journey would have been more painful for us. Your companionship in this journey has made things easier and more enjoyable for us. The next set of folks I want to definitely thank are each and every ATL coordinators from each and every school. I genuinely mean it from the bottom of my heart that we could not have imagined that you guys could have so patiently mastered the understanding of the event and attended to the queries of each and every children and their parents so lovingly. I genuinely feel that each one of you have been the biggest role models for each one of us, and you have taught us what truly user empathy and selfless service is. I am genuinely indebted to each one of the ATL coordinators from each and every school for such a great effort towards bringing the best for their school's children. The next set of folks I would want to thank are the school principals for championing the participation of their school in this event. The last 10 months, 12 months have not been easy. I have said it in multiple forums that our educators, the school principals, the school admin have been the biggest proponents of change in the last 12 months that the world has seen. You guys saw a particular situation which no one was prepared for. And during these testing times, the way you have marshaled your teams, your resources, and in actuality, your resources have also been reduced quite significantly in the last 10 to 12 months. During such times, driving a show to ensure that each one of your school's children is on the right path, each one of your school teachers is embracing the new world, the new technologies in magic time. No school teacher got a downtime to learn technology and come back and teach the kids. So I genuinely believe that our educators have been the biggest heroes of last 10 months who have embraced change and taught the world that how do you make things happen while in the air. So big heartfelt thanks for each and every school principal. To every participant and their parents, your love and interest have always kept each one of us motivated and inspired. Every video submission we received made the organizing team feel a massively strong sense of achievement. Whenever we could personally observe that how a child has improved over the last 8 to 10 weeks by participating in this event, it has helped us feel that we are creating some impact for folks other than ourselves in this world, and that is truly a very beautiful feeling. Last but not the least, all of our KidX team members who have been constantly working in the background to make everything happen for everyone who have been involved in this beautiful event. So heartiest thanks to each one of you, and we are confident that our association would continue to thrive and grow, and we will continue to enable holistic development for each and every child in the country. Thank you all. Thanks for
Congratulations to all the winners and congratulations to the Team KidX once again. Thank you.